I can't do this. You know we gotta get loud. My home's only for the night. Waking up in different places. But I stopped running from my life. And all the pieces found their places. My heart is home with you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Go Roughly Around the World.
So what the hell are we doing in the exact same place as last week? It's still last week. I have been so prolific that I was able to get 2 episodes done in the span of our 3-day work week, right? So we travel for 4 days and we work for 3.
Do you see how proud of himself he is here?
I am. I feel proud. The behind the scenes on it is one of my big jobs at RUFFLY is to do the designing of the cockpits for the various models of bikes and different riders. This is relatively the lower season since it's the winter in the northern hemisphere, so I've got maybe just a little bit more capacity or bandwidth than ordinary. So that's what's going on. Now, back to regularly scheduled. What happened in the last episode? I mean, we went through some enormous, hill country and beautiful Pancho Villa country of Durango.
In order to get to San Miguel de Allende.
We got there for Dia de los Muertos.
Yes. And that's not why we got there. We got there because Greg's mom came to visit.
The visitation of my mother. Yeah. So that was a wonderful week or so.
Well, it's always nice when somebody comes to visit because we get to do a bunch of touristy things that we normally don't do ourselves. So that was fun for all of us.
Yes. So the happy stance of my mom coming was basically that we got to do tourist things, not that we got to spend time with my mom.
And we got to spend time with your mom.
Yes. Okay. So, that was lovely, and in this episode now, we are basically heading out after Dia de los Muertos. Whimsy is still Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah,
And Whimsy is still a hot mess from that.
Yeah.
We basically did not clean her. We wanted to see sort of how long
I
that
wanted to see how long it
lasted.
last. Yeah, I was really concerned considering she was all white. How long was it going to stay in her fur?
So she's still wearing her costume, and we basically get into, I hit a high note there, didn't I? We basically get into some pretty gnarly off-road.
Yeah, and I get to this,
You kind of reach your level,
yeah,
don't you?
I get to this point and I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
This was a route that we were sort of warned, it's going to take a long time, and that usually means that it turns to shit. And that's exactly what happens. Stick around.
So now it's Whimsy's turn to get painted. She is in Brenda's capable hands and has all of the treats. So we'll see if she cooperates.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're all done up. Whimsy doesn't recognize me at all. She's getting a little freaked out at
our faces?
new appearances, but food still works. Hey. No.
Sit.
You stay. You stay.
Today is Dia de los Muertos here in Mexico, or Day of the Dead, so it's November 1st. I think it's all Saints and All Souls, the 1st and the 2nd in the Catholic Church. What they normally do here is it's a big festival in that sense, where a lot of people will get painted just like we are, and there's a bunch of parades, and they've got these big people with costumes and stuff, and they're around on the parades.
What a fright you are. Are you gonna leave your chest bone?
No, I'm gonna take my chest bone off.
Your gullet bones?
So we've been doing mezcal tasting here with Mario, and number 2 has been the best, 100%, hands down, and it was the oldest one, obviously, so it was the best.
On the big picture, tequila and mezcal, they are really alike in a matter of they are both spirits that are extracted from agave, but the main difference is that mezcal can use 44 different kinds of agaves and tequila only one.
So I'm now eating up all of the things to soak up all the mezcal that I just had.
So here's the thing about Mario. In addition to La Mezcaleria, he's got a moto rental. in San Miguel, which is fantastic. Here's the problem. He's got a G650 GS BMW and an F700 GS BMW. So he's like a step behind GoRUFFLY, okay? He hasn't moved on from those bikes to the Tiger 900.
But he is a dog guy, so we got to give him a pass. He's got to get his cockpit. He's got to get riding with his dog. That's the way he needs to be in with all of us. Greg's mom just spent the week with us touring around San Miguel. She's actually thinking about coming and staying here for a little bit. So we were happy to tour her around and show her the places, and for us to actually experience a bunch of cool things too, like our mezcal tasting and going around to all the different Spanish schools, getting our faces painted. Because Whimsy is still too small for the standard and we don't have the booster seat in here, I find that she slides forward. So what I'm gonna try here is I've attached a second tether that's gonna go through here and then to the other side. Hopefully that will help sort of pull her back.
This segment is going to take us from San Miguel de Allende to Mexico City, or more exactly to Naucalpan, which is just west of the city, still in Mexico State. And the reason we're going there is because we've got a friend there from Motorcycle Journeys Past who has a shop, and at his shop they do painting. And Tuscarosa is going to get a bit of a makeover. And so that means that Tenderfoot is carrying that which will make her over, which means I've got yet more clown shit strapped to my motorcycle.
They ask me what fortune do you see? I said I just wanna know what it is. They said no one really knows what it is.
So her foot is out here, look.
Is this my makeup kit? It is not. These are not toiletries. It is a cooler bag. It's got liquid in the lining. It freezes and then it keeps your stuff cold. Now we are solely interested in keeping cheese cold. That's what we've been struggling with because it just turns to moosh, and Jessica has no tolerance for mushy cheese.
So our snack for our break time is Gruyere cheese with a lovely organic sourdough and some of our medley of cherry tomato little baby guys. And Greg also has his special honey, mesquite honey, which is really good.
Okay.
Whimsy se llama. Whimsy.
Hey, you know that I'm yeah, I'm moving real smooth when I walk through the party. And if you don't know, well, ahora ya tú sabes. Buscas lo suave, llámame. I got that suave. You know that I'm suave. I can do this all day. Look, yeah, I'm cooler than a Yeti on a jet ski. Can't nobody catch me. I'm sexy. I be on the one like hit me. Double up the funk just for fun, yeah. Hit me. I brought the team with me. Everybody tipsy, strut on 100. How we looking crispy, staring where we coming. I just see him mumbling something. Who is he? Yeah, I got this rock, swag, switch. Okay, we don't mix.
These guys were here at this lake, pond, watering hole. They were fishing, right? And then they're leaving now. The SUV is towing the sedan with just, a rope. I love the fact that they didn't allow a dead car to get in the way of their afternoon activity. Hey, I can't join you guys, my car's dead. No, don't worry. I'll hook it up, we'll tow you there, and then we'll tow you home afterwards.
Vamos a bailar, vamos a bailar.
I have this mat here because the table, it doesn't have a lot of space on it. It's good for just a couple things, but then when I've got the pots, the pans and everything, it just becomes a lot. So we bought this piece here. This is meant for potting for soil, so that you can up pot your plants, and then any of the soil that falls out, you can easily just pour it back into the bag. So I saw this and I thought, well, this is great. I could put it on the floor. I can put all of our things on it, and like ants will have to crawl up and around, so that's one thing, but it sort of keeps everything together, but it's not like in the mud on the ground, and I can train Whimsy not to like leap into it. Whimsy is still sporting her Day of the Dead look. It obviously looks much more dead today than it did yesterday. And today we're heading off further south towards the butterfly sanctuary. I'm pretty sure that they won't allow her in, but that's not going to stop us from trying. Yesterday we rode this stretch to get to here. We have to continue this. It's a short distance, but on Google it's like over an hour's worth of time, so I imagine the road is going to be quite bad. But I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to make it. And Whimsy sees the ducks.
Vamos a bailar. La, 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 la. Vamos a bailar. La, la, la. Vamos a bailar.
Whimsy has done a great job of learning to find shade and nap on our rest stops. She also looks like a hot mess. We now have Day of the Dead pink, purple, blue, smeared together, mixed with muck and mud. And all of that's going on. This white dog has not seen white for a long time.
We're gonna go up this stretch here. This is going to be another like 40 minutes on this type of road. Not sure what it's going to turn out to be, but this is the route that we're going to. And yeah, this guy over here, we stopped to just get organized. He's got two horses and a bunch of gobblers, and they've just been making Whimsy enjoy the time here as we're getting ready to go.
I'ma light the fuse, got things to do. You know we've been making moves. And put the fire in the work, cause we bring the boom. Gotta show them who it is, gonna raise the roof, yeah.
So for the past month, they've been protests in Guatemala, protesting the democratic election that took place in August. And because of these protests, they've been having roadblocks and they've been shutting down transport on the main road. You might ask, well, they block a road, can't you go around it? No, because there's only the Pan American Highway that is the main transport between towns, and they blocked that one road. Everything else is mountainous. They don't have like nice little side streets that you can go around. So we've been struggling with RUFFLY in our cockpits because our workshop is in one town, our painting and upholstery is in another, and our tailor is in another. So, and all three of these towns are the ones where there's a strong indigenous population, and it is a lot of indigenous people who are trying to make sure that the democratically elected president gets in. So they're the ones who are protesting, and so we can't get access. It's now been a little bit over a month, and slowly things are starting to get better. We finally were able to get Cockpits 2 for our upholsterer in like the worst town ever with all of the indigenous people who were protesting. That's where the protests were the worst. And then we were able to get like 17 Cockpits out from his workshop that have been just waiting there because we haven't been able to get in or out. And then our tailor, who was also in a very strong indigenous town, he was really struggling to get the materials for the harnesses because all the businesses were shut down. Finally, he's been back up in production and he's been churning them out, and we're able to send them on. So I've just been going through and approving about 11 cockpits that needed to go out.
You know we're gonna get loud. You know we're gonna get loud.
That's not to say that anything has really changed in Guatemala due to with this situation with the president. I can't do this. I can't do this.
It's time to get loud. You hear me now? Yeah, you know we gotta get loud. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nope, our driver.
This segment is going to take us from... Okay, I don't know why you always need to engage that way. Whimsy, no one can even take you seriously when you look like that. Clean yourself up. It's definitely a morning after thing with you. Talk about the morning after. This segment is going to take us from San Miguel de Allende to... We are excited to go. And the exciting thing that's happening there is that we are going to... Hey, sit! But... will it keep things sort of generally cool? It appears to.
Tonight, I'm going to...
Tonight? Wicked witch.
And like Greg says, if the road is bad, we can turn around.
This has been an adventure ride, no question about it.
It's been a long month, and I'm glad that things are finally starting to